Hello everyone, this is a continuation of the chapter Reproduction in Lower and Higher Animals, and today we are going to study about menstrual cycle. In the previous lectures we completed with the male and female reproductive system. So today we will start our lecture with menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle is the regular natural change that occurs in the female reproductive system that makes pregnancy possible. The cycle is required for the production of oocytes and for the production of the uterus for pregnancy. The menstrual cycle occurs due to the rise and fall of estrogen hormone. It has an average of 28 days cycle, and day 1 of the cycle is when it begins the first day of the period. Several follicles will start this process at the same time, and usually only one will reach ovulation and the others degenerate. There are few terms we should know. Menarche, the first menstruation begins at the puberty, it is called menarche. Menstrual cycle is the cycle of events starting from one menstruation till the next one. Menopause, the menstrual cycle ceases or stops to operate at the age of 50 years. This is known as menopause. So we are going to start with menstrual cycle. During our menstrual cycle, hormones makes the eggs in your ovaries mature. When an egg is mature, that means it's ready to be fertilized by a sperm cell. These hormones also make the lining of your uterus thick and spongy. If pregnancy doesn't happen, your body doesn't need the thick lining in your uterus. So basically, the menstrual cycle consists of 4 phases: follicular phases, proliferative phase, the menstrual phase, ovulatory phase, and the luteal phase. These are the important 4 phases in menstrual cycle. The first one, the menstrual phase, which begins from the day 1, and it is also called the bleeding phase, which extends from 1st to 4th day of the menstrual cycle. When the ovum is not fertilized, the high level of the progesterone hormone inhibits or stops the secretion of luteinizing hormone, and the luteinizing hormone level decreases. This results in the decrease in the level of progesterone from corpus luteum. Now, after 14 days of the ovulation, if ovum is not fertilized, the lining of the uterus degenerates and the menstruation begins. So it lasts to about 4 days. The day 1 when the bleeding starts, that is the first day of the menstrual cycle, and the menstrual flow consists of certain endometrial glands, some debris, blood, and unfertilized ovum. So this is our first phase, the menstrual phase. The second phase is known as the proliferative or the follicular phase. After the period, the uterine lining builds back up again. So this is known as proliferative phase. It extends from the 5th day to the 13th day of the menstrual cycle, where certain changes in the ovary and the uterus takes place. In the ovary, during this phase, the primordial follicle of the ovary develops into Graafian follicle. Many primordial follicles which are already present in the ovary, the ovum becomes eccentric and is connected by few follicular cells called the germ hill or the cumulus oophorus. The granulosa cells lining the antrum form membrane granulosa, and follicular cells surrounding the ovum are called corona radiata. The ovum increases in size. Thick membrane is forming surrounding at the outer surface of the ovum, and this thick membrane is called zona pellucida. From stroma of ovary, follicle is covered with two layers, theca interna and theca externa. So the internal layer is vascular, whereas the outer layer has loose connective tissue. These cells also secrete some hormone known as estrogen. And in the uterus, the estrogen secreted by follicular cells of ovary stimulates endometrial glands. This causes the repair of the endometrium. The endometrial cells proliferate, increase in size, hence the thickness of the endometrium grows to about 3 mm to 5 mm thickness. So these two changes occur during the proliferative or the follicular phase. The third phase is the ovulatory phase. Ovulation occurs during this phase. Ovulation is the process in which there is rupture of Graafian follicle with discharge of ovum into abdominal cavity. It is under the influence of luteinizing hormone. A sudden rise in the level of luteinizing hormone stimulates ovulation, and ovulatory phase occurs on the 14th day of menstrual cycle, on the day 14. The rupture of Graafian follicle results in oozing out of the follicular fluid. The ovum, along with radially arranged cells, that is the corona radiata, released into the abdominal cavity. The ovum enters the fallopian tube through ostium assisted by fimbriae. The ovum is haploid since meiosis II is arrested at metaphase. The ovum must be fertilized within 24 to 48 hours after ovulation. Only during this time it is viable for fertilization. If fertilization takes place, the fertilization egg passes through fallopian tube and reaches the uterus on third day after ovulation. The implantation of the embryo in the uterine wall occurs on 6th or 7th day. If fertilization does not occur, the ovum degenerates. So in ovulatory phase, the release of the egg from the ovary takes place. Now coming to the fourth phase, the secretory or the luteal phase. During this phase, the ruptured follicle closes after releasing the egg and forms a structure called corpus luteum, which produces increasing quantities of progesterone hormone. Now this phase occurs from the 15th to 28th day of the menstrual cycle, and certain changes in the ovary and the uterus takes place. In the ovary, that is after ovulation, the ruptured follicle develops into corpus luteum. After the discharge of ovum, the remaining cells of the Graafian follicle together form the corpus luteum. It acts as temporary endocrine gland which secretes progesterone. Now progesterone secretion is under the influence of the luteinizing hormone. Progesterone is a hormone which helps in maintaining the thickness of the endometrium. So it is called pregnancy hormone. So the progesterone hormone, also called pregnancy hormone. Corpus luteum is active till the placenta takes up the function of secretion of hormone, human chorionic gonadotropin hormone, that is HCG, similar to the luteinizing hormone. Certain changes in the uterus also takes place during this stage or during this phase. Corpus luteum formed in the ovary secretes progesterone. It causes further growth of the endometrial glands. Uterine glands secrete fluid which is rich in glycogen for nourishing the dividing embryo. It is also called uterine milk. This further increases the thickness of endometrium, takes place around 5 mm to 6 mm. If fertilization occurs, embryo is implanted in thickened endometrium. Here you can see the ovulatory phase where the endometrium layer, you can see how it develops and it has been thickened during the phases. During the menstrual phase, you can see the endometrium layer, and as it thickens during the proliferative phase and gradually thickens in the luteal or the secretory phase. Not only that, the ovulation time, how the primary follicle develops and forms ovulation, and then it becomes corpus luteum, and the corpus luteum degenerates in the luteal phase depending upon the fertilization. Here you can see the events in the ovary, how the follicles develop during the menstrual cycle, during the 4 phases: menstrual phase, proliferative phase, ovulatory phase, and the luteal phase or the secretory phase where the corpus luteum develops and degenerates. And at the bottom of the graph you can see different levels of hormones during the phases, where you can see the follicular phase where the estrogen level rises, produced by the developing follicles. During the ovulation time, the estrogen level drops because the follicles rupture. When the follicles rupture, they will not be able to produce estrogen hormone. And during the luteal phase, you can see that the progesterone level rises and estrogen level also rises due to the developing of corpus luteum. As corpus luteum develops, it rises both the hormone level, progesterone and estrogen. And during menstruation, the estrogen and progesterone, both hormone level falls because the corpus luteum degenerates. So during every phase, the hormone levels are rising and falling due to the development or rupturing of the follicles. So as per the follicular development, the hormone levels vary. Here you can see the TS of ovary, which we have already studied in the female reproductive system, where the histologically the ovary is surrounded by tunica albuginea, which is a whitish capsule of dense irregular connective tissue inside the germinal epithelium, because ovary shows cyclic changes during menstrual cycle. Cortical region shows different stages of development of ovarian follicles and the Graafian follicles. Each follicle contains a large ovum surrounded by many layers of follicle cells. The follicle cells of a maturing follicle secretes estrogen hormone. Different stages of developing ovarian follicles are seen in the cortex and consist of oocytes in various stages of development. In the beginning, a single layer of follicular cells surround each oocyte, and the entire structure is called a primordial follicle. So, a few primordial follicles, they start to grow even during the childhood. They become primary follicles, which are surrounded by one layer of follicular cells and then 6 to 7 layers of granulosa cells. So as a follicle grows, it forms a glycoprotein layer called the zona pellucida. between primary oocyte and granulosa cell. The innermost layer of granulosa cells become firmly attached to zona pellucida to form corona radiata. The outermost granulosa cells, they rest on a basement membrane. Encircling the basement membrane is a region called theca folliculi. Many capillaries are present in the theca folliculi. As a result, the primary follicle continues to grow. The theca folliculi differentiates between theca interna and theca externa, the two layers. The internal layer is the vascularized, the outer layer is of connective tissue cells. So under the influence of the hormones like the gonadotropin hormone. Now gonadotropins are of two types, follicular stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. So they undergo meiotic divisions in the secondary follicles and finally they form a mature follicle. So one ovum from the mature follicle released from one ovary in every menstrual cycle. It may also show presence of some yellow cells called the corpus luteum formed in the follicular cavity once the Graafian follicle after the release of its ovum, that is the ovulation. If the ovum is fertilized, corpus luteum secretes progesterone to maintain pregnancy and relaxin, that is the hormone, towards the end of pregnancy. The ovarian cortex may also show white body or corpus albicans representing a degenerating corpus luteum in case if the ovum is not fertilized. This is the wall of the uterus, the endometrium layer, inner layer, myometrium which is the middle smooth muscle and the perimetrium which is the outer layer. So the endometrium which thickens during the follicular development in the menstrual cycle. These are the graphs which shows the hormone levels and the follicular development during the menstrual cycle and how the pituitary gland secretes different hormones during different phases of the menstrual cycle. As during the menstruation, estrogen rises as an egg prepares to be released. During proliferative phase, the uterine lining is built up. During ovulatory phase, the release of the egg from the ovary takes place, and luteal phase where the ruptured follicle closes after releasing the egg and forms a structure called corpus luteum which produces increasing quantities of progesterone hormone. Here you can see the graph showing the levels of hormones during different phases. So during follicular phase, estrogen level rises. During ovulation phase, estrogen level drops because of the rupturing of follicles. During luteal phase, progesterone level and estrogen level both rises due to the development of corpus luteum, and during menstruation, estrogen and progesterone level falls. Because these hormones play a major role, they have certain functions. The follicle stimulating hormone stimulates follicular growth and stimulates estrogen secretion, whereas the estrogen hormones helps in the development of the endometrium and also stimulates luteinizing hormone secretion in the follicular phase. And the luteinizing hormone causes ovulation and also the development of corpus luteum, also stimulates progesterone secretion. And the progesterone hormone helps in the thickening of endometrium and inhibits luteinizing hormone and follicular stimulating hormone during the luteal phase. So all the functions of the hormones are very important because they play a major role in the development of the endometrium, obtaining changes in the uterus and the ovary during the menstrual cycle. Thank you.